Hello, hello, hello. Let me spam the internet about my stream. Do that. And then here. I'll show my screen soon. There we go. That was posted. Now I'm good. Let's bring up the screen. Hello. I'm here. So actually, let me do a thingy thing. Hold on, hold on. There we go. Anyway, what do we... Oh, did I click the update button on the stream info? I think I did. Let me check though. Let me check. Yep, I did. Alright. So what am I doing today? We are hopefully gonna get a client and a server connecting to each other. I already did a thing for like the actual multiplayer part. I guess I should show that. If I go on the main branch. Also, no idea why Rust is crying there. No, I meant to run the thing. There we go. And if we... And I can move this here. I can go here. I can move here. And it won't lag in a really annoying way. And everything will stay synchronized between these two. And it kind of just works. The downside is that currently, if I move as the server, you can see that I jump around quite a lot. Right? And that's because the buffer, the input buffer for the client is just too big. And, you know, it's extrapolating the motion that it has seen based on the inputs that the server is, like, based on the inputs that the server's player is pressing, it's extrapolating into the future. And this is extrapolating too far into the future, right? So I just need to somehow... Well, I just need to minimize the buffer so it's as small as possible. And probably have some sort of thing for the movement where you don't start moving instantly. So, hold on. So if your movement works like you just start moving instantly, then it's not really good for this kind of code. or any kind of netcode if you just change directions instantly, right? But if you have like a gradual slow down and speed up, then it's way better, right? This is easier to work with. So I think once I get the input buffer to be smaller, and then I make movement that plays nicer with the netcode, I think it will be good. And if it's not, back to the drawing board. So that'll be unfortunate. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Am I on the branch? I'm on the branch. But right now, this is the latest thing that I'm working on, this client pending connection thing. So the whole idea is that I have a function that will connect to the server, and it might block. I just have some example stuff here for blocking the thread for an arbitrary period of time. And the idea is that I'll call this function and put it on a worker thread. And on that worker thread, this function can just do whatever. I can, I guess when we are converting shit to like socket addresses, this might block. It doesn't block for very long, at least on my machine, but it might block for longer on someone else's machine. I don't know. But the blocking is not the only thing. Like for this, we also need to send a message to the server and then wait for the server to respond and yada yada yada. I could do everything on the main thread, but I thought, why not just, put this on a worker thread and then just negotiate the connection. And once like we are actually connected, and maybe even caught up with the server, like the game state is the same, then we make that game state be the thing that we render, right? Like, why not do that? So we're doing that. Right now, it doesn't exactly do that. What happens is that, well, I'll show you. If I try to connect the server, we can see the print statement here, and everything is still like active. And hold on, it's quite hard to see after the console is spammed. There's also a print for test sleep halfway done. We can see here, it's halfway between the sleeps. Wow, incredible. And then it creates a socket and, makes the game state and then returns the game state. And how we're listening to this, that we have this client pending connection field on the game struct. And then we just check if it's ready. Like if there's a join handle to listen to, then yeah, we just do shit with it if there's a join handle that's finished. We don't really care about anything else. The idea is that if there is a join handle, then the user has tried to connect to the server, and we just handle it like always. But I actually have to do stuff now. And I think I'm already modified the server so it doesn't forget any inputs from the past. Well, let's check. It's gonna be games simulation. Yeah. Okay. We have simulation inputs. I don't think we have any pops or removes here, so we simply remember everything, which isn't ideal for running a game for a really long time, but we remember it so that we can later let connecting clients know what has happened so far up until that point. Yeah. I probably have to make a thing for compressing these inputs so we can send them more efficiently over the network. But for now, I think I'll just do a thing where we send like a max of 50 or 20 inputs per packet and hope that works. So that would mean that if the game is running at, 50 ticks per second, and then if we send 50 in a tick, hold on, how do I even math? So let's say we're 10 seconds behind, that's gonna be 50, and yeah, and then we send 50 per second. Well, that doesn't make any sense, does it? No, it does, it perfectly cancels out, so we would never catch up actually. Yeah, we need to send more than the tick rate in order to catch up, yeah. Silly me. Yeah, so I probably need to compress these. Whoosh. Anyway. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and we also need to do this. Okay, I'll work on the server first, because I kind of need the server in order to make the client. I know, of course, I need the client to make the server, but this side is easier. Like, I'll make the server and then have I'll have something for the client to respond to. Okay, so we have clients. And client connections look like this. Have their address, input buffer, and then acknowledge simulation tick indices. Okay. Want to touch the input buffer. Let me check something. Okay, nice. I realized that there's like history here for the search. I was like, is there anything bad there? Hopefully not. Imagine. Okay. Sure. I had the stream link in my clipboard. Oh, we want clients here. Okay, there we go. Then we have the ID. Just doing a quick type check. Yeah, seems to be an integer. Very cool. Okay. So for each client, we'll want to grab the inputs. Ooh, I could maybe do some mapping shenanigans here, but the logic might be a bit ass. So I'll do it like this. This will actually be pretty simple to program like this. Okay. So we just want to know if they I guess if we have a client connection, then we should just assume that a player entity exists for them. We can make that happen. Not necessarily good. I might want to have a situation where, well, yeah, it's actually fine. We can have player entities that exist without client connections, even if I do this like this. It is fine. Actually, I'll initialize this with the local inputs. Ooh, but if we iterate over the thingy things, aren't these in an arbitrary order? Yeah, arbitrary order. So, me. I want to sort these. Okay. For now. It's gonna be input buffer. And then unwrap or dummy player inputs. There we go. I need to do this. Ooh, actually, I could call remove here instead. Because we don't need to remember these inputs anymore after this is happened. Yeah. Yep. When really, we shouldn't be taking dummy player inputs. We should be using the latest inputs that we received from them. How does the client do it? Why does this work, actually? Huh? Uh, okay. It's probably because of this. Yeah, we just have a thing for the last server inputs. Okay. Actually, no. This is gonna be player inputs. No, player entity, player inputs. There we go. Okay. I don't complain about the client connection missing anything, but I guess I just never initialized that struct anyway. I don't get an error for that. I have to do clone here. Oh. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. right there. Okay, nice. And now in FrameTech, we do the shenanigans. Okay, we want to go to the server code. Here we are, server, and then yeah, this is some old outdated shit, but I have it here for reference still. Oh no, do I do nothing? Oh, I do nothing with the inputs, okay. Uh, okay. What did I do last time? This control Z so I can get there. Okay, it's like 452. Want to remove. Yep. And then we would just be using this here. I guess this could be a hash map instead? Questions marks? Do I really just spam a hash map everywhere? No way. Like, if we drop a connection, it's gonna be annoying. I guess it's gonna be hash map. Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll optimize it later. Yep. Now this is complaining. Well, that's fine. And we want simulation inputs to accept this. Alright. That's a lot of errors, so let's just fix all of them. I guess I can access it like this. I'll probably make a struct at some point that handles this in a more smart way, but this is what we deal with for now. Mm-hmm. There we go. 7 errors. Oh, I'll have to. That's gonna be 6 errors, hopefully. Yes, indeed. Let's see this. What are you complaining about here? Oh. Oh, that's in save load. I'm in the wrong file. Ah, because this is a vec. I don't know if I have a thingy saved for hash map. I guess we'll do it now. Smile. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We do the same thing for a hash map. Okay. Do we have a length parameter for hash maps? Well, this is really just me being lazy and wanting to avoid how to think about stuff and just slapping a hash map on this. It's not the best, but I really just want this to work. Make it better. I think it's fine. Okay. Yeah, we do have length. That's awesome. We'll encode the length, and then I'll just save the key and the value. Ooh. Yeah, this is gonna complain, but it's gonna complain in a funny way. So that's fine. And now that's fine. Okay, then we have. Well, I need the other type already, so I'm not gonna get the funny complaint. Well, we have the value and then the key. Oh, it's gonna be key value. I'll do it the same way everywhere. And both the key and the value need to have save load implemented for them. And then you can do this. Dun, 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 dun. We'll do key load. I guess I could also just do this. And that's that. Actually, I'll shorten these. Whatever. Feels better to have them single letters. I can't tell you why. like more clear that they're types, I guess, or like type params. Again, I was complaining about those. Is it complaining about anything in save load? Is the question. Yes, it is complaining about that. It's 5 errors. Oh, and now it wants EQ. Oh, it's hash, and it wants. Oh, okay, I guess that's the same fucking thing. Okay, now it's 4 errors. Okay, let's go. Anything in save load? Game RS, game RS, game RS, game RS. Okay, nothing in save load. So now we can save and load hash maps. And the way it works is we just encode how many elements we have, and then we save the keys and the values. All tightly packed. Very cool, very cool. The serialization is so easy. Although I'm not doing it that efficiently, so that makes sense. Okay, let me actually see what's wrong. This seems to be fine. 439. I guess the error that I was looking at was like, because we couldn't turn into bytes or whatever, I think. Okay. Oh, yeah. This needs to be mutable. I should have probably made this into a struct already instead of a hash map. So I would have a struct and then some methods for inserting inputs and taking inputs away. That I could change how it works internally without having to touch everywhere. Whoa. Oh well. Okay. Now only a few errors. 477. Lucky double 7. Okay. I kind of always forget to type mut here. This is a client. Alright. Yeah. Oh. Hold on, actually. Oh yeah, this is predicted text. So this is fine, question mark? Hmm. I'm thinking about the... Okay. I'm thinking about this here. I guess this wants a vec of player inputs. And right now we just iterate like this. I'll probably need to change this a bit to accommodate for the fact that we are using a hash map now. But... I could make it so we just grab dummy inputs here directly. They're not supplied. Instead of crashing, because I think right now we just crash if we don't have the inputs. But it's also a really good indication for something has gone wrong, right? Oh, this is supposed to be a hash map. Yeah. Okay. And we copy the same thing. Okay. Ooh, and this doesn't really work out anymore. Where do I need this? Let's want to create a server. Okay. This is gonna be a hash map new, honestly. Like, we don't need that anymore. I don't think. Wait, one. Okay, yeah, now we have to do this. Okay, so for every client that we know about, we insert the remote inputs. Let me first do this. Uh-huh. Oh, never mind. That's a dumb move. Okay. Uh, this is for simulation inputs, not. Da 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 da. Hello, can you like highlight it properly? Thank you. Why does this search suck ass? This doesn't highlight properly. Anyway, that's fine. I'm supposed to have a hash map here. Uh, yeah, about that. About that. Why do we need this function again? Can we just have a new vec here? Oh, let's try it. It says it's fine, but I'll most likely crash due to some extravagant reason. Oh, there we go. There's an instant crash. Oh, because we do that. We have the thing. Okay, we don't need that, actually. Okay, so that works. And if we click host, we crash. 22455. This is that explicit crash. Oh fuck. I'm already doing that. So as long as we have a client, we do indeed do the thing. Okay. How do we crash next? What's next? What's the next step? Oh. Okay. Hey, that is a sensible crash, honestly. It really is. Oh, we'd probably crash here if we don't have the inputs. Oh, I just realized I have message notifications enabled still. Let's just mute those. There we go. Where do we initialize server states? Where do we create you? Where do we create you? Oh, there we go. Now we only want one player. We don't need to initialize with 2. We'll create 1. I'll get a different crash. It's gonna be left is 0 and right is 1 or something. Never, it's the other way around, but that's fine. Same difference. I used to hate the phrase same difference, but I now love it because it makes people like who I used to be mad. It's yeah. I would love annoying the person that I used to be. But, you know, in like a good spirited way. In a good spirited way. Anyway, who's the player with son? Okay. How do we get here? We're trying to. That's. We're doing this as a server. So it's not there. It's most likely here. Oh, we're just not inserting our local inputs there yet. That should work. We should be able to host and do nothing. Yippee, we're able to host and do nothing. Base. Okay. Yeah, I have like barely any water. I'll have to get some soon. Alright. Yeah, I think the next thing is just making a layer connection or client connection into entry, whatever it is. Yeah, client connection for each client that tries to connect. We'll yeah, have to do all this. And I guess that we're also gonna have an ID. I was thinking of just only storing it here, but might as well have it here. But I'll go get water, so I'll be right back. Oh, I just got a based idea. I could do BRB like as a physical thing here. Well, I'll do it like this instead. So yeah, BRB. I do be back. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Yes. So as a server, this is the client, and this is the server. All right. When we receive a client check, what do we want to do? Make a new client connection. I need some fields for this. What else are we missing? Input buffer. There you go. Oh, and this is going to be a hash map. Okay. Okay. This is a thing, and we this. Put them into Control A. Right, nice. So that's handshake. Except we need the ID. And yep. Oh yeah, it needs to be a type. U64. We got an error somewhere else. Nice. Okay. Good. That is very good. We get the client. Oh yeah, this is assuming that we don't already have the client. Mm-hmm. We actually want to use the socket address as the key here. Yep. Pretty sure. Or then we have this, and then we have another thing. Like we might need this. Because we're gonna just get. Or do we even care about the socket address actually? We do. We do need to know if it's a thing. Yeah. Okay. Do we ever need to access the client based on the ID, like the client connection? I don't think we do. So I think we simplify. We don't do this. Do this, like this, like that. No. 427. Fine. Oh, but I do want to sometimes use this. Yeah, okay, sure. Sure. 857. So good. Well, I got the water I didn't drink yet, so let me do that. There we go. Dude, in my head I was planning, like, yeah, I'm gonna stream for like 5 hours and make everything. Now I'm feeling like maybe I'll go for 2. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so we have this here. And we need to make the other thing. So nice. Alright. And we only want to do this if we don't already have this client. So if we have the client, we actually do want to do something. We want to respond to them. Or not necessarily directly like this. I guess we just spam the handshake as long as they don't send us inputs. And if they send us inputs, then we know they've acknowledged their ID. So that's fine. That's a good strat. If we don't have them, then we do the thing below. And that's all fine. Right. Uh, that's a simple enough flag. Okay. And on the client side, if we receive a handshake, we actually just want to do nothing. There we go. So here, we actually need the same game state. So we'll remove this extra player. And we'll need to not return instantly. I could just be returning a game sim manager and just panic if something goes wrong instead of returning an option. Might do that, but we'll see, we'll see. But I guess for this, I can just do this, right? Okay. Dun 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 dun. Okay, let me sit down. Stand up, time's over. If we get below this, then we know that we've created the socket and that everything is kind of fine. And then we want to do this. Could have a function for creating this game state, but me, it's like this for now. Okay. Okay, so we should be sending packets to the server now before trying to initiate the world. Okay. Is it gonna complain? Questions mark. This seems to be fine with this. Let's do some dummy bytes here. Yeah. Oh no, my dummies. Can I do this? Oof. I'm just gonna consume it. Yeah, it wants to clone. For this, that's fine. Okay. Is this iterator not something that we can just iterate endlessly? Sure. We'll turn it into Vic. And this works now. This probably doesn't. Yep. But this will. Okay. Yeah. Just need to collect them. That's fine. Oy. Feel sneeze. But I feel it escaping now. Alright, so what are we gonna send for a handshake? Just network data client handshake, I guess? Yep. Very cool, very cool. I love the aspects function that I made. It's so convenient. Such convenience. It's before I had to like make a deck and then save to the deck and yada yada yada. And I can just show you. Oh, well, this is the S-bytes. I'll just have to do this everywhere. But, oh, there's a default implementation for this. So it just kinda works. Anyway, that's, and we just spam. We should probably also listen. Sounds like a good plan. And we'll maybe want to sleep here as well. Instead of spamming as fast as humanly possible. Sure, we'll sleep for 444. Why not? And then we'll want to listen. And not exactly this, but quite close. So I can just reuse this. If we receive nothing, then we continue. Oh yeah, we need the buffer. Here we go. More shit to copy. That's fine. Alright. Now we only care about the server handshake. Don't care about anything else. Okay, it's gonna be assigned ID. Okay. I could do a funny thing here. Oh, I need to say assigned ID. Nice, that's funny. So we either succeed or then we don't. Uh, Probably should have a timeout for this. That's good. But the only exit condition for this loop is this break once we receive the server handshake. Uh, so I can just assign it like this. Yippee! This is the initial state. There we go. Oh yeah, and I want to do a few other things. Nice. I love programming in Rust sometimes. Other times there's something really annoying, but give and take. Okay. So I could also try to catch up here. Listen to simulation inputs until we have everything. I don't know if I would do that. We'll see, we'll see. Oh, the game sim client doesn't know like about their own ID. Let's make it know. What do you mean? Oh yeah, it's supposed to be just ID. There we go. There we go, there we go. I guess this is the only place where we initialize this variant of the enum. Neat. Should we catch up? Okay. What actually happens if I try to run the game and connect to a local server? That's a good question. It's probably gonna crash or not work correctly, but I don't know how exactly. Let's actually think. I'm not gonna be able to pass the inputs at least, that I know. Oh yeah, we have the fucking debug sleep. Oh. I didn't think the server would crash. Oh. Ew. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay, and this needs to be kind of entirely different. Um, so instead of responding to the clients when we receive packets from them, we just send shit to the client's address. Always. And for this, we need to take the simulation input so far, and well, actually, I can do this pretty easily. I would need to I'm gonna leave this broken and just commit. Actually, first put this on the domain branch. Fine. And the rest of this is just B. Actually, let me do this differently. Now cherry pick this domain. I'm gonna go back here. And we're gonna undo this commit. Discard the changes. Merge main here by rebasing. Because it'll work anyway. Right? I don't have to care about that. Let's confirm. Someday I'm gonna do that operation. I'm gonna fuck a feature branch up. I should probably make a backup before doing that. Anyway. Now let's restore the stash. What do we call this? That's fine. Ooh la la. But yeah, so now we have the other thread. It's just more fucking like digging trenches, basically. Like it's so uninteresting. Like, oh, the server needs to keep track of the clients in a certain way, do all the shit, whatever. The hard problems have been solved already. I just have to dig the trench to make it work. Yeah. And I do not have the energy to continue now. I was gaming late with friends. It was worth it though. So it was at the cost of this project, I guess, because I could have kept going for like 1 or 2 hours more if I slept properly. But you know, you gotta spend some time with friends as well, right? Uh, but it was still 1 hour 20 minutes of work, and it goes forward. I'm happy about that. Sometimes it sounds like I'm trying to reassure myself of that, and that's exactly the case. Anyway, shorter stream this time. I hope you have a good one, and I'll hop out for now. See ya, bye bye.